Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey there, Kat.
Hey, Bruce. How was your weekend?
It was good. How about you?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't too bad. I was like sitting there going like, wait, what did I do with my weekend? Oh, and then I remembered that I was like, I don't really have like a whole lot of highlights of my weekend because I pretty much worked the whole weekend. It was one of those weekends. Yeah. I'm hoping that next weekend is a little bit more like R&R filled, but we'll see. Yeah. But it's about that time in January where some like grant applications are coming due and stuff.
Okay.
So, you kind of have to just get your nose to the grindstone on that one. So I'll sleep at the end of the month, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, see, mine was the complete opposite because that was last week, which is very rare that it happens, but I had a break off of not having to do the paper. Mm-hmm. Work on it because of the just more weeks in this month or whatever they have to do.
Nice.
Yeah, and it worked out for me just fine.
Good.
So I had a week of just working on the script and me and my music partner. I told you I wrote the song "The Copper Dodo" and everything, and we put the music to it this weekend. So it is now part of the Double Doves Duo repertoire.
Nice.
and he didn't want to be outdid, so he went and wrote a song too. So now we have two originals actually. So it's very cool on our plate. So we're kind of happy there. But yeah, pretty much. We had a couple of rehearsals on Friday, but it was the football. I mean, it went from Thursday all the way to Monday. The game tonight, well, because we tape on Mondays. But
right,
we'll Thursday and Monday, it was the college games, and the Ducks got plucked, unfortunately. But, that's a bummer, for the people at Duck fans and everything. But it was like, hey, they put up a good fight. But I'm going to tell you, that's going to be crazy. Miami and the Hoosiers, that's going to be a game and a half there because they were tight. They were good games anyways, So, yeah. And then I'm an NFL fan, so of course it was playoff weekend. So like I said, from Thursday to Monday, I was in hog heaven as far as football goes. So I
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, now I got to hit the grindstone after the show here today. We tape and everything, then it's on like Donkey Kong the rest of the time. That's how my world goes. But it's fun. Yeah. So we had a good one this weekend. Though we hung out. And Junior just hung out, and he's just digging he's in his relaxed mode. I'll put it that way. He's just kind of digging doing his groove thing. So I power it all the way. Go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, it seems like the older he gets, the more he's just gonna be like, Pop, I'm gonna have to go do my groove thing. As they get bigger and more independent.
Except for I am enticing him during the events to come work, with Chrissy's son Logan, who does the garbage detail for us and everything, and makes money doing it. And it's like,
that's
and that
true.
is like, he's like, Papa, I like making money. And I go, and you're getting and he's getting big. The kid's just about as big as I am right now. Yeah, he's all the way up my shoulders, now.
No
and everything.
Kidding. I was going to say, it's been a hot minute since I've seen Junior.
Yeah, wow. Big boy now, yeah. So.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I know I'll see him next summer.
Yeah.
That's when I see him out in the wild,
Yeah, then he'll be out with us.
Yes,
so,
there you go.
But anyways, hey, we got some stuff going on here. January, we're starting out the year wonderful. Before we get going, I'd like to thank the Oregon South Coast fishermen at Castaways and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, you just got to go to kciw.org and you will be on your merry way. And speaking of those castaways, one of our favorite castaways, Mr. Dave Kuehn, is here with the fishing report. What has been going on out there? We haven't seen you in
I know. Well, Happy New Year.
Last year was the last time we saw you. So.
It was last year. That's a long time ago.
Don't put it that way.
You think about it. But like you, before the fishing report, like you, was a lot of football because I do like the college scene. Mm-hmm. And you may not be a Niner fan, but I am.
I am.
Go Niners.
Oh, I'm a Niner fan.
Let's pound it. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, we're happy then. I know the Seattle Sea. You got to be careful when you're around here.
I tell you what, but it's like, hey, I'm just... On the subject, I'm just like glad they just kept surprising me with all the injuries and everything. I'm really surprised they got this far.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of scared who are they going to have playing? The cheerleaders by the time they get to the Super Bowl?
You never know.
You never know. But
they're finding a way to win.
But I'm enjoying them. Yeah, they're figuring it out.
Good.
And the other games were tight like that this weekend. It was wild how they
except for the Duck game. You're right.
Yeah, that Duck game was the only one where they went. Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But they did well. What a season for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And they're also this month is important because it's our granddaughters' birthdays, both of them.
Oh, okay.
14 and 10 coming up.
There you go. Yeah.
That's just like time's marching fast.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we going with it, ain't we?
I know.
That's right.
Okay, now I'm here.
Out there in the
Well, we're starting the new year off. A couple changes. We did increase our bottom fish limit from 3 to 4, so we can keep 4 fish now. And they increased the lingcods from 2 to 3. That's been a first. So you can keep actually 7 fish. You get your 4 bottom fish, 3 lingcod. Wow. So that's what's new on that. However, we are paying a lot more for our license fees. New this year, and it's not going over real well, but there's a $9 ocean enhancement fee. So if you want to fish in the ocean for rockfish, not salmon, but rockfish, halibut, et cetera, you do need to pay the $9 annual fee. So that's a brand new one.
Okay.
So anyway, there's some grumbling, but
I'm sure they figured out some way to spend it, right?
Yeah. But crabbing, when you can get out there, you can set your crab pots and get your Dungeness crab. You can go surf perch fishing from shore. You can go out and get your petrale sole and sand dabs, other flounders. That's open. As far as salmon, the typical scenario in March, the PFMC will meet. They'll put together 3 different proposals for salmon seasons. Then in April, they'll finalize the proposals. So we don't really have any idea yet what it's going to look like for salmon. That's coming up. And then May 1st, hopefully Pacifica halibut will open, as it usually does. But we'll find out for sure a definitive on that in the near future. But the real excitement is the fever that's going on now. It's called steelhead fever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The chromers out there in the Chetco River. So that's in full swing now. Our group gets behind the Chetco Chrome Challenge, which is a fancy phrase for steelhead broodstock collection program. So we're in the process of catching fish and then donating them live and then getting them to the Elk River hatchery to spawn. And then we return the fish back into the Chetco River. So they ODFW live spawns now, which is really good because some people didn't want to donate a fish if they knew it was going to get killed to get the eggs. Milk. So, but now they do live spawn them. That's helped a lot with people donating. And so, I actually picked up a fish this morning, but thought I might be late getting here, but picked up the fish and got it to the tube and then into a truck. So I'll be going back to do that after this.
The circle of life.
Yeah, it's busy times, but it's fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really fun. And as far as I'll beat you to the punch, we have a meeting coming up.
Yeah.
You don't have to remind me. So we'll have a meeting a week from this Wednesday, so it'll be the 21st.
Okay.
It'll be our first, obviously, meeting for 2026. We have a guest speaker. We got a couple raffles. 5:30 p.m., the 21st of January in the Chetco Library.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
where we'll be.
Right on. In the meeting. Well, sweet. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And I know you're no twinkle toes with Mary Lou this morning. You got to go back and play with the fish.
Yeah, I got to go play. Get back to my waders and hit the bars. I'm off to the bars.
Go to the bars.
River bars. Let's clarify.
I was going to say, be careful what you say on air, man.
That's right.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm sure. So
my goodness.
Yeah, where's the fish?
All right. Glad to have you on board again.
Thanks,
And
Bruce.
until the
Thanks,
next
Kat.
time, my friend.
All right.
Good
Take
to have
care.
you back.
All right. Well, it's always a blast.
I missed him.
I know. I was like going, I'm going to remember this week to get a hold of him.
I'm glad you got him back on the air.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Now you got everything you wanted to know about fishing, but was afraid to ask. And now it's time for some music.
Yeah, we still have some music left in January, starting things off with Mr. Lon Goddard playing on the 15th at the Brian Scott Gallery Brown Bag Lunch from 11:30 to 1:30. And then on the 21st, he's playing at Kuehn from 6 to 8.
Yeah, and then Black GTO, they'll be playing on the 16th at World Headquarters 101 from 7 to 10, and then they'll be at the Inatech on the 17th, 7 p.m. to 10.
All right. And then Disturbing the Peace is playing on the 24th of January over at Inateca in Crescent City, and again, music running there from 7 to 10.
Mm-hmm. It's a catchy number there. And Rogue Strings, hey, they'll be playing on the 30th at World Headquarters 101, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
And then there's a couple dates left in January for Patty Ann. She's playing on the 16th over at Kuehn from 6 to 8, and also on the 30th at Pete's Bar and Grill playing from 6 to 8 p.m.
And Cisco, he's on the 16th. He'll be at Seaview Memory Clinic from noon to 1. 16th, 20th, and 27th, World Headquarters 101, 4 to 6. And then on the 30th, he'll be at the Chetco Activity Center, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
All right. And Latitude is playing on the 25th over at Augustino's down in the Port. Music there running from 2 to 4.
Yeah, and then Blue Skies will be playing on the 24th at Pete's Bar and Grill from 6 to 8.
And then we've got the full lineup for Inateca down in Crescent City. Once again, on the 17th, Black GTO is playing 7 to 10. On the 24th, Disturbing the Peace playing from 7 to 10. And then on the 30th there, the Mighty Steelheads once again playing 7 to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm. And then Mike Powell on the 16th, he'll be at Chetco Brewing Company 6 to 8. Mm-hmm. And that is it for the music right now, because we'll be gathering stuff up as we go along here. But if you're out there and you've got a music schedule or a band schedule, just send it to me, to CaptainCurry541@gmail.com, and I will get it on the air for you, for sure. That's what I do.
Do you do that? All right. Well, there's tons of other events coming up in the month of January. Of course, starting things off with events over at the Chetco Library, located at 405 Alder Street in Brookings. Let's just start with weekly events. Let's just start there. On Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., there's story time for young children. And at 3:30 p.m., they have a tween club where every week tweens gather to explore new interests and activities. On Wednesdays from 1:30 to 4 p.m., they have an after-school program for school-age kids. You can work on homework, craft using supplies from the Maker Cart, have a snack, just hang out. And also, too, an announcement. We weren't able to get it in for the January Insider Report, but starting on the 21st of January, there's going to be, once again, Qigong classes with Linny. And those are taking place on Wednesday mornings at 9:30 a.m. and on Monday evenings at 5:30 p.m. Yep, another fitness opportunity over at the library. And then on Thursdays from 10 to noon, they have the Rowdy Creek String Band Open Rehearsal. This is for acoustic string instrument players. And even if you don't play a string instrument, you can drop in and listen. And 3 to 5 on Thursdays is Checkmate Corner. This is a weekly chess club. It's for all ages and skill levels. And at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, speaking of fitness, there's the weekly Easy Flow yoga class. It's free, but they do recommend that you be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor. And another new weekly group meeting on Fridays at 10:30 a.m. There's a group called Threads, Hooks, and Needles. This is a fiber arts club. You can be a knitter, a sewer, or more. They invite you to bring your latest project and connect with other fiber artists over light refreshments and actually they are meeting now in the quiet reading room. All right. And Saturday weekly events, 10:30 a.m. They have another story time for young children. 1 p.m. on Saturdays is their Saturday Shuffle, where kids gather to trade and play Pokemon cards. And on second and fourth Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they have Teens Teach Tech. You can drop in and buy the library annex for free tech help from a cyber senior technology mentor. This free service is presented in partnership with Harmony and Me Music. And then we've got a couple minutes for special events at the library. Of course, let's see, going on the 16th of January from 2 to 5, they have their monthly Creative Craft Cafe. This is for adults and teens. You can drop in anytime between 2 to 5 on third Fridays and connect with fellow creatives over coffee, tea, and light refreshments. This month, the focus is Zentangles and grown-up coloring books. And then it is actually going to be a lot of fun. On Friday the 23rd at 12 p.m., if you're looking to start the new year off with some better cybersecurity, there's a free online safety class with Dave Christie. You can join local computer expert Dave for a practical online safety class that teaches you how to recognize, prevent, and respond to computer and phone scams, including what to do if you've shared information, sent money, or allowed someone into your device. And you can also enjoy light refreshments or bring a brown bag lunch to savor while you learn. And then just real quick here, the next book club coming up this week is Thursday, January 15th at 5:30. They've got the monthly Pub Grub Book Club. It's a casual book club for adult fans of graphic novels, and it takes place off-site. Usually it meets at Misty Mountain, but since they're shut down for January for their holiday, it's going to be meeting this month at 5:30 at Chetco Brewing on Railroad Street in Brookings. And this January, the group is reading and discussing The Mushroom Night by Oliver Bly. Space is often limited. They do recommend registration if you want to attend. So all library-led events and programs are free to attend, whether or not you have a library card, and you can get more information about them at chetco.librarycalendar.com by following them on Facebook, or you can always give them a call at 541-469-7738.
Ooh, look how you updated with the Misty Mountain Brewing instead. It's Chetco Brewing.
I lead
That's very cool.
you know.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay. Hey, also January 19th. That's Monday coming up. The library is closed, so I'll let.
Yes.
That was down here in observance of Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank you for that note. Yes,
You
I was gonna
betcha.
say. I was just looking at this week. I was like, there's so much.
I'm telling you.
Are we,
I mean, are you guys?
me and Brenna and Max stay busy.
I was just going to say, who does that? It's three
the
of you
three of
doing
us,
this.
yeah,
They do all
yeah.
these things going on.
Yeah, planning. And
I mean, they're running
programs and
themselves so
stuff.
much now, I'm sure. You just got to make sure everything flows.
Right,
But, I
and
mean,
we have like this awesome network of volunteers.
Yeah, you guys.
like those,
Oh, man.
our yoga and qigong instructors and all of the other people that just like step up to lead programs.
Well, I got to tell you, leading the way as far as libraries go. I mean, I've never seen that much as library going on. I mean, the one up in, the Curry County Library, they do a lot of stuff all the time too.
They've
so
got
I
their
really dig
focuses
that,
and their
yeah.
stuff that they're really like they really like shine and excel in, and we've got our stuff that we really shine and
just
excel in.
beautiful.
But yeah, we lean into it.
It's great. Real good. Hey, Manley Art Center's got some workshops going on the 18th and the 25th. Therell be Art of Texturing. On the 19th, you learn to play the recorder, part 2. On the 14th, 21st, the 28th, it's a 10-week pottery workshop going on. And then on the 26th, they have the Manley Sessions acoustic music. That's right.
Cool.
So, there you
See
go.
music at the Manley Art Center.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of music, we don't hear from them all the time. Redfish Music Festival is currently presenting Fritz Gearhart on violin and Genevieve Faye Wenley on piano. This is happening at the Trinity Lutheran Church at 1200 Easy Street in Brookings on the 17th of this month at 3 p.m. This is going to be a concert of classical music. Tickets are $20 at the door. They say 2 for 1 online at eventbrite.com. So you can go to eventbrite.com to learn more about that.
Yeah.
And hey, now it's time for Famous Quotes with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah, it is. Hey, here are a few quotes from civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. He was born January 15th, 1929. He says, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." He says, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And last but not least, we must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." Hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Martin Luther King Jr. with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, hey, have a great one.
Very apropos.
I wanted to
there.
give respect on his birthday. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And that Redfish thing, there's a perfect example, music festival thing. I know Fritz, and he sent it to me, and he goes, "Oh, I think I missed the paper." And I was like, "Yeah, you did. I would have loved to have this in there," and stuff like that. I love to support them and have it in there. And so there you go, people. If you're out there and you're putting on an event, make sure you get it to me. CaptainCurry541@gmail.com. I'll put it in the inside, or make sure if you get it on the calendar, the events calendar. That's where I go. I go to the events calendar, and then I go to the ones out of town, up to Grants Pass and their events calendar. But I hit our first one here, and that's where I get a lot of the posters and everything like that, So,
Yep, it's really nice.
So just to let you all know, because I love doing this stuff, and I love to have filler.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we like to have content.
Yep.
That's what we're all about.
That's right. And it's going to get on the show, so that's fun.
Yes,
that's a gimme.
absolutely.
Right on.
Okay, well, hey, Seaview Senior Living is hosting a New Year wellness workshop, inviting you to rebalance, refresh, and restore. It's going to feature a juice bar, hand massages, guided meditation. This is going to be on the 15th of this month from 2:30 to 4, and they invite you to reserve a spot by going to or sending an email to oc@seaviewseniorliving.com.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Elk Valley Casino is presenting the Soroptimist International Quarter Craze benefit with the Party Girls of Del Norte and Curry County. This is happening on the 24th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The public is invited to come and help the Soroptimist International of Crescent City raise money for local youth scholarship and other community programs. You can wear red or hearts for a chance at the magic paddle. Ages 18 and over, doors open at 5:30. Tickets available at Del Norte Office Supply for $5. I don't know about that magic paddle, though. I'm not sure.
It sounds like a auction related thing.
It's something like
if I'm
okay.
understanding that properly.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't. But yeah, I was gonna say they've done events here in Brookings too, and so, but I do believe it is auction related.
Yeah, I don't want to wear
Always
red
reach
or
out
hearts
and
just to get spanked. You know what I mean?
I see. Okay.
I come from old school, man. The principal.
Oh man.
Bad memories, man.
I'm so glad I grew up in a world without state-sponsored corporate punishment. All right. Hey, Curry County Prevention, in partnership with the world-famous Top Shelf Cannabis, is hosting a Be a Hero, Secure Your Cannabis and Prescription Medications event. This is happening at world-famous Top Shelf Cannabis at 704 Chetco Avenue. This is on the 30th of January from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And to help in the prevention of accidental ingestion and overdose, they will be handing out lock boxes to encourage users to lock up their cannabis and prescription medication if children or pets are in the home. And they're offering one per household while supplies last.
Hey, very cool idea. Hey, and W.A.I.T, W-A-I-T, Dog Safety for Kids, happening at the Chetco Public Library on the 31st, 2 p.m. Kids from ages 5 to 10 can join this fun and interactive event. Join Barbara Thomas and Therapy Dog Biscuit for a special training on dog safety. This interactive program teaches children how to ask to pet a dog, how to approach a dog, and how to pet that dog. Learn what to do if the dog is running loose and what types of situations we should never pet a dog. When the program is over, kids will receive a dog safety coloring book and a diploma from AKC Canine Ambassadors. Participants should be between 5 and 10 years old. If you register but cannot make the event, kindly cancel by calling the library or emailing them at ChetcoLibraryCalendar.com. Registration is required. You know, that is cool. That's a good point because, you know, little kids, they see a dog and they go running towards it. Man, they don't have it.
They're
And,
so
you know,
happy to see it. Yeah.
And they,
But you never know.
lots of bites happen like that.
Yeah,
Lots of
absolutely.
owies.
There's a lot of ouchies that can be prevented, but just a little bit of education, and that's just one more form of education that's
And that's
available at your local library.
Another fine thing from our local library.
Shameless plug. Out.
I love it. Yeah.
All right, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right. G'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's Real History for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know the story of the Canadian steamship Princess May? Well, here it is. On the 5th August 1910, Princess May departed Skagway, Alaska with 80 passengers and 68 crew and a shipment of gold. Well, the ship was steaming down the Lynn Canal at 12 knots in a heavy fog under the command of Captain John McLeod when it struck the rocks near the north end of the Sentinel Island early in the morning. It was high tide, and the momentum of the ship forced it to well up onto the rocks, with the bow jutting upward at an angle of 23 degrees. The hole was breached, through which water began to pour in and flooded the engine room, cutting off electrical power to the ship's instruments, including its wireless set. Well, the wireless operator ran the engine room and rigged an improvised electrical connection with the engine room telegraph battery, and using this, he was able to send out a wireless distress call before the engine room was completely flooded. Well, the close proximity of the Sentinel Island helped prevent a major disaster. The passengers and his crew were able to safely evacuate to the island, and the gold shipment was also secured. Later, the passengers and crew were picked up by the Princess Ina and other rescue ships and taken to Juneau. To remove Princess May from the rocks, a Seattle-based salvage tug named Santa Cruz was brought in, as well as the William Joliffe, one of the most powerful tugs on the British Columbia coast. The rocks were blasted and temporary shipway was built, and after several attempts, the salvors were able to refloat the ship and tow it to port. Princess May returned to the service in less than a year and remained with the Canadian Pacific Railway Coast Service for another 9 years. In 1917, the steamer narrowly avoided disaster when it collided with another ship, the Jefferson, off the coast of British Columbia. The Princess May suffered little damage while the Jefferson was severely damaged. But there was no injuries, and the ship stayed in service until 1930. Hope you enjoyed this week's Bit of Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Until next time, always keep it real. Now, the one main reason I chose that is if you can Google it, take a look at that ship up on the rocks like this with us.
Oh, yeah, this looking story
and it's like, I mean, I caught that and I go, what's the story on that? I got to get the story on that. So, yeah.
Color me impressed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was crazy.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I love good. I like a good maritime tale.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Well, we're getting into the PSA section of the program here, starting with a word from Coastal Home Health and Hospice. They offer grief support groups at their location at 585 5th Street in Brookings. It happens on the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 3 p.m. And they are free of charge and open to the general public. You do not have to have received hospice services before to participate. Walk-ins are welcome. And if you need more information about the group, you can call 541-469-0405.
Yep. And Cascadia Pickleball Zone, 16185 Highway 101 South, is presenting an hour of pickleball yoga. This is happening on Mondays at 11 a.m., Wednesdays at 10:15 a.m., Thursdays 6:15, Fridays at 10:15 a.m. And yeah, my guess was right. Last week on Saturdays, you got to check the schedule.
Just check the schedule.
Check the schedule.
Yeah, find out a way to get a hold of them. There you go.
That's it.
All right. Well, KCIW is giving folks a chance to speak their mind on a show called the KCIW Soapbox. Basically, KCIW offers 2 minutes of airtime to anyone who has something to say. There are a few rules, of course. There's no cussing, no slandering, no advertising. But other than that, folks can share what's on their mind. And the studio, which is located across the hallway from Misty Mountain Brewing, downtown Brookings, is open every Wednesday, every week from 2 to 3 p.m. People are invited to drop in and record.
Yeah, then you slide over and have a brew at Misty Mountain Brewing when they're back open. Yeah. Hey, all right. Well, we got one last one here. Legends Arcade is presenting trading card game night every first Wednesday of the month from 5 to 8. Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and more. You can sling spells, summon monsters, trade, or battle with local players. And that's it. We're getting the flying fickle fool of fate. Yep, we got enough in and had some fun doing it. So here we go.
Man.
Now it's time to close out this week's show. Before we go, hey, I always like to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Trom, for all their great work each week helping us bring our show to the airwaves. I want to thank you all for tuning into this week's Insider Report. Please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org, and there's some live streaming going on there too. Most of the info from this week's show came from the Insider of Southern Oregon entertainment newspaper. You can read more by going to insiderofsouthernoregon.com, where you also find a link to the Insider Report. Go figure. Until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey,
we'll see you out there. Bam!
What a fine show. That was good.
No, we're going to have to start fighting some February.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.